Hello, everybody. It's Watar. It's John Heers. It's First Things Foundation. Guys, this episode, using what we've learned from the old world, we get into baptism and bathing from an old world Christian perspective, sometimes called an Orthodox Christian perspective, on this particular podcast. Our last podcast, we walked through how have other cultures understood water, purification, bathing, baptism, and here's what we found out. Well, they've understood it in a myriad of ways, but always in the same way, which is something's wrong and we got to get clean. Something's wrong on many levels and we got to get clean on many levels. And purification rituals using water in Judaism, Hinduism, Islam, the psychotherapy tradition even, a modern New World tradition. It's something like, yikes, I'm a mess. I got to get clean. Today we talk about the Orthodox East. Now, I am no expert on anything. I am generally incompetent. On this topic, I'm probably even more incompetent than usual, but I have a brother who is somewhat competent, if not fully competent. He may be the most competent character on this particular topic, but I don't think so. I think there's a spirit of competence that runs through lots of people, and I think it starts with honesty, and it starts with love. And so all people speaking in honesty and in love on this topic, more power to you. People who like to do things like assassinate people with words, those people maybe should talk less about this stuff. And we should all just try to find the royal path. The Orthodox East, bathing, baptism. First thing you got to realize, all right, Christians, whatever that is, all flavors, they all emphasize getting clean. Baptism and bathing, all Christians, they do it. They need to do it. They all confess it should happen. The question is to get clean, to begin as a true Christian and go about your business, how does it look? Well, it always is going under. It's always about death as dirty and corrupting, and then water as cleansing and purifying. Man, it's bathing. Life, to begin it properly, is bathing. It's getting clean. And why is it like this, I think, when you look across the chains of time? You can't get clean by thinking yourself clean. Like, you can't say, quote, I was dirty a thought ago, and now I'm clean. And I'm clean because now I'm thinking clean thoughts. And those just followed my dirty thoughts, and now I'm clean. Why can't we get clean by saying those words? If I confess I was dirty and then say aloud, let's say I confess that I'm sorry about being dirty, why can't that be something like baptism? Why has there got to be something else? Why can't me saying I had dirty thoughts and now I've cleansed them with clean thoughts, why can't that get me clean? Why isn't that baptism? And here's the short answer. It can be about getting clean. It's exciting. It's you getting clean in your head. It is. Congrats. Call it confession. Get crazy. But here's the other part. The part that the internet loves to fight about, but the part that's not really that complicated. Getting clean takes place on many levels and all at the same time. Being better, I hate to tell you, is not an Aristotelian linear event whereby if you do all the parts, you get the whole. Getting clean for Christians, especially the old world ones we call Orthodox, is always both and. And in the case, right? And in the case of baptism and the and part, both and, the and part is triple immersion. It's the thing at the top of the meaning pyramid in baptism. It's the icon by which all other cleans are known. triple immersion all the way under once, then twice, and then 3 times. Why is it like this? The easy answer is that Christians in the old world believe strongly that the life of the Spirit participates in the life of the body. Matter is indivisible from spirit. They inform one another, they participate in one another, and nothing of true use, this is interesting, nothing of true use, of truthful utility, can be understood solely as material. So like, take a pill, an oil-based pharmaceutical pill, pop it in your mouth. The pill is much, much, much more than what Pfizer says it is. The pill has a spiritual reality. It is known beyond the label of its ingredients. You know how I know? Because taking a pill is different from taking a powdery drink, even if the powdery drink has the exact same ingredients as the pill. The reality is different because the material reality is different. The spiritual reality and the material reality are connected. The powdery moment is different than the pilly moment. There's a different spiritual reality. And in this way of the old world symbolism, iconography, in this way, how you get baptized matters. And if you look at the church's biggest hitters on this, they conclude again and again and again, and also again. And then if you read them some more, they do it again, and then again, and then again and again, and then again. And if you just go read this guy's book, this Peter Heers guy's book, Father Peter Heers, you may have heard of him, and then all the other books and all the other writings that are coming out again and again and again, no matter what side of the divide you're on, again and again, all the people in Orthodoxy, all of them say triple immersion is baptism. Hold on. They say other stuff, but they say that always. So if you go and read these books, and you don't have to take my word for it, you can just go do it, you'll see that all the big hitters say something like this. This is me not being academically oriented. This is not an academic paper. This is me with an Oriole hat on, a baseball hat, and I'm just telling you, this is what you'll find. These are not their words, they're mine, summed up. Here they go. People get clean by joining themselves to Christ in death. This is Christian baptism. That's going under the water 3 times in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And they join themselves to Christ's resurrection by being taken up out of the water 3 times. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Down 3 times, up 3 times. Right? Gregory Palamas. Oh, I'm not quoting him. I'm just telling you, he's also one of the guys who says, more or less, man is made, mind, body, and soul, the image of God, the triune God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So, thinking about that, the big hitters say, when you get baptized by triple immersion, you're participating in the archetype. We are known to God as he knows himself. 1, 2, 3. Yet 1. 1, 2, 3. Yet 1. If I quoted a bunch of old world Christian saints regarding baptism, if I had done that only moments ago, it would sound like that. You don't have to believe me. You can go read. But it would sound like that over and over and over again, and then again. Right? The thing that happened in time to a fleshy God named Christ is happening again and again and again in all of us who get baptized. It's happening in each immersion and each return. Right? It's happening in the spirit and it's happening in the flesh. In other words, and this is freaky, if you wandered into this weird podcast and you're, say, I don't know, a dyed-in-the-wool atheist only moments ago having a party with Richard Dawkins and discussing what's in a pharmaceutical pill, this is going to be freaky. But we, when we do this type of baptism, are participating in what was, all that what is, and all that will be. Spirit and flesh together is participating in all that was, all that is, and all that will be. Ha. Yeah. This kind of imagery, if you wandered in from the Richard Dawkins party, you're just going, this is stupid. But if you're a juju priest and you just wandered into my baptism party, you kind of get that. Or if you're a Manichaean priest from the Mediterranean, you kind of get that. Someone's going to go like, no, you don't. Manichaeans didn't believe. Yeah, they did. They understood the imagery and the symbolism. If you're a Mayan from the 9th century, you get this. This kind of talk is old world. Now, if you're also an Orthodox Christian and you tend to lean towards, say, I don't know, black and white stuff, you probably think I just said that Mayans are equal in their baptisms with Orthodox. Stop doing that. Go ahead. You can stop right now. What I'm saying is there's a common vocabulary that runs throughout this old world, and it has to do with symbolism and imagery. And in this case, in the case of old world Christianity, we got to go a little further. Christians know what baptism looks like and what it means and how it's an actual expression of reality. It's a thing. And it's not just anything. Nobody thinks that in the Orthodox Christian world. And so, if I'm sitting in my basement watching the Mets or the Orioles, and I dump some water on my Met head and call myself getting clean and participating in the death and resurrection of Christ, if I do that, even if I do it 3 times with my glass of water, well, that just feels a little weird. That just feels a little different. It just doesn't feel very purifying. At least I would say it feels a little off. It feels like maybe I'm just doing something that I like to do because, well, I like to do it. Maybe I should actually go and, I don't know, get ready and I don't get my little cassock and go to the place and do the thing called baptism. Maybe I should, I don't know, get serious. Maybe I should do a triple immersion in every circumstance where doing that, getting immersed 3 times is possible. Maybe I should do that for sure. Maybe I shouldn't dump water on my head in the basement. Maybe I should get up, get prepared, and get baptized. But here's the weird thing, as per the old world. And here's where you got to hold 2 thoughts together at the same time. They maybe even be competing thoughts. I think today we have trouble with 1 thought in our head, but 2 and then competing thoughts? You ready? You should get triple immersed. But that glass of water that I poured over my Mets head, that might actually be me getting clean too. Me in my basement getting some water dumped over my head might be me getting baptized. I said it right there. Yeah. I think it's possible. It could be. Here's how. Old world Christians weren't scientists of the Enlightenment. Sorry. Old world desert fathers were not just Richard Dawkins and some hareskin. Weren't just Richard Dawkins going vegan on Wednesdays and Fridays. Sorry, they weren't. Old world Christians knew that all the rules governing reality were only rules until God broke them. And God gets to break them. That's how gods work, especially the God of all creation. It might just be, hold on to your hats, that the Mets head baptism is indeed a baptism. If I am 7 years old and I pick up a baseball bat and I approach home plate and I get a base hit, is that me being good at baseball? I don't think I'm good at baseball, but I do think I am playing baseball. I did a hit, as bad baseball players say. Hey, did you do a hit? Guys, if you play baseball, don't ever phrase it like that. I got a hit. I ran. I'm on first base. I am imaging baseball. And if you say that I'm not, you're wrong. I am imaging baseball. I'm just not doing it at a very high level. If I think I am, I'm probably listening to my mom. Shame on me. Okay, it's called delusion. But if I keep going and I keep listening and I keep swinging and I show up and I keep grinding and going to practice and then my muscles get stronger, I might graduate into something called minor league baseball. Maybe I don't even have to go to college. I can just go play minor league baseball. Congrats to me. But I still, even then, I ain't Willie friggin' Mays, okay? What's my point on this Watar Friday afternoon? Do it like Willie. That's the goal. And very few of us are going to do it like Willie. But we should always try. Right? In the old world, getting clean meant doing it like Willie Mays. Every time, always, and everywhere. That was the goal. You don't got to hate on minor leaguers, man, but sorry. The goal is not to be as good as your high school baseball coach who once got a hit in AA. And yet he still played baseball. There is a way. It is hard and it is high. And you should attain it. Christian bathing is baptism. Baptism is the highest form of getting clean. It starts there and tumbles down in all of its forms. In all of its forms, participate in something like getting clean. And don't deny that. On the other hand, as we talked about in episode 1, Americans take 13-minute showers on average and use trillions of gallons of water each week to bathe while listening to music. That ain't baptism. Oh, sorry. That is baptism in its most teeniest little weeniest form. Because maybe they even use a loofah and get a little cleaner than they were only moments ago. But it ain't baptism like I want it. I want the thing. I want it all. I want it right now. And I think you should too. And that is Watar. And so I got my Oriole hat on and I'm offering you one piece of wisdom. Go to www.first-things.org and donate to First Things. And that's it. I don't have anything else. I love you guys. Come see us. We're going to do Art of Tamada probably 2 times next year. I'll get that out soon. But our one for this November in 2 months is full up. Pajot and Neil are coming down and Deacon Nicholas. We're going to talk the symbolism, the imagery of hospitality. And then we're going to feed people and hang out on the beach. And then we're going to do it again next year. And when we do it, we're going to bring in some big hitters, like we did this year. And I might even wear my Oriole hat. See you later, Nakvamdis. This is Watar. Next week, I don't know what we're going to do. Nah, I got a few ideas. Keep tuning in. We love you. Big interview coming up with David Patrick Harry. And some other stuff. Who loves you? Take care. Nakvamdis. Au revoir. And God bless.